Yo, as a child, my mom used to take me and my big sister to the circus in Manhattan almost every year, man. We loved it. All the animals and clowns and acrobats, all kind of weird stuff going on, but it was amazing to us. But circus came outside and now I feel different. Ringling brother, Vaughn and Bailey. Earth is looking so crazy. Other day I seen this lady twerking while she nursed her baby. Had to turn the other way from the disgrace. Quick and hasty, kept my cover, feeling smothered while big brother track and trace me. Hound me and he drown me out with lies so astounding. Clowns all around every town just expounding. City turned to carnival. Circuses on purpose lost connection with the universe. Now they feeling worthless. Can't resist the urges, null and void in all the searches. Spelling out their curses, rights is written out in cursive. Compassion is the compass, our circuit. We have to work it, reverse the curse it. They cast it for, they cast us into purges. Masses fast asleep, still insurgent class emerges. Trapped in here with sheep, the diversion coming surges. Tidal wave rising, Phoenix on the horizon. Trump is worth the dump, more shit that stunk, our ship is sunk by
once again for tuning in to Tell the Truth Vision, ttt.v, a Heal the Nation podcast by F.M.S, Future Management Services. Today's podcast is a life lessons mental health awareness podcast. So basically, it's about stress, trauma, and fear. Stress, trauma, and fear. Now, a lot of us have different stressors and traumas and fears that we experience and go through. And it's a very interesting topic that we can discuss. So please like, comment, share, and also repost. Just a note that there's a lot of other podcasts you can look at as well. That it's about 30 of them already. And also, we have a clothing line. And our clothing line is a royalty clothing line. And basically, what it is inspirational clothing, nice sayings or images that make you feel good. So the whole idea is to heal the nation. So we do the podcast and we have inspirational clothing as well. Things that you can put on and enjoy and wear with pride because everything we do is quality material. So back to the podcast. Just living. What types of traumas and stresses we have? Just living. We have financial concerns that we may be going through. Excuse me, a lot of us are going through it. And we have a family, different things happening in our family that affect us, gives us trauma or stress us out. So we're not immune to trauma and stress because that's all around us. We could even look at the news and other things that are going on in our community and in the world that give you trauma and stress. Then we had the COVID situation with the lockdown. That was a trauma, a big trauma and a stressful situation that we've been through. So there's other things, school, those that are in school, and those who are going to work, you have traumas and stresses at your job. Maybe your job may be on the line because of finances, cutbacks or layoffs. There's so many different things that affect our mental health, our mind. And the more we are going through it, the more stress and trauma is being built up on our mental health. So therefore, it's important for us to pay attention to these things because we don't know when we have a break or a snap or react in such a way that exudes bad mental health. So mental health is everything around us. There's good mental health, there's bad mental health, and there's in between. And some areas you may be better, in other areas you may not be as very effective or good at handling it. You know, so some of us have like a little child in us, all of us do, and that child that we project in certain situations may not handle things in a more intelligent way or fashion. So that's important for us to pay attention to how these traumas and stresses affect us. And what about our fears? And what are the solutions to our fears? Well, whatever your fears are, there's things that are being projected in the media and just in our environment that are being forced upon us to accept. And that's not healthy. It's not healthy for you to go against your own gut feeling and your own mind, your own um, understanding of things. So if you're forced into a situation, that's not healthy, whatever it is, even if in a relationship and someone's trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do, or you're sacrificing and you really don't want to sacrifice to do that. I mean, there's situations that a person can put you in that will make you compromise, and compromising is affecting your mental health. You don't compromise. But in a marriage situation, it's a give and take situation. That's a little bit different because you're supposed to be evenly yoked. So if you're evenly yoked, then you have to give and take and please the other person. So your relationship in your marriage is different than someone at work or someone in the community or someone at school. If you have morals and standards, you have something substantial to stand on, and you won't be swayed in the wind. You won't be just taken away with the tide. So it's important to have grounding, to have a sense of self, of who you are, and a relationship with the Most High, because that is first and foremost with everything. With the Most High in your corner, then you can overcome any type of obstacles or lessons you may be going through. Because everything is a lesson, it's a life lesson. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience. A lot of us have forgotten that we're spirits inside these bodies. So a lot of people don't realize, they think that this is all it. Just this is us. Just, but what's making this move is the spirit inside you. And the Holy Spirit is definitely present with us. We have God's um, breath in us. He breathed life into Adam and Eve. So that's another story. But we, basically, we spiritual beings. We need to realize that and not be so carnal minded. You know, that's the reason why a lot of us have mental and stressful situations, because we don't really see things like looking from the outside in. We're like in the situation, living in the moment, and being more uh, physical minded, carnal minded. And that helps. I mean, that doesn't help the situation. because we can't see clearly, and we react and respond in ways that may not be very good things to do, very effective ways to handle it. But if we sit back and relax and think about these things before we make a move, there's a saying, think before you speak. The same thing with your actions. You need to just relax and sit back and analyze the situation a little bit more clearly. Pray for understanding, pray for knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and understanding in that order, because that is the sequence of it. One, knowledge. Two, wisdom. Three, understanding. So that's part of the solution. Of course, God is the foundation for that. And how does this affect our mental health? Well, a lot of these things that's going on, and a lot of things going on in our life, we don't really think about mental health. A lot of us just go through the motion and think that we can handle it, and don't really analyze the situation the way we need to. So, spreading a little light on your situation or our situations, so that this way we can sit back and think about these things, and don't be in the matrix, run, doing things and making moves and decisions, and just going and making a mess of things as we move along. We need to really sit down and calculate our movement and be in control. You have to master yourself. A lot of people are saying, or coming to the understanding that we're gods, that we're created in God's image, and that's only by your fruit. So if you don't move like God, God is slow to anger. A lot of people are not that. God is patient. A lot of people are not that. God is use discernment. A lot of people don't do that. God is wise. A lot of people don't use wisdom. They use emotion. So, I mean, if you don't exude those behaviors, then you're not really, projecting or representing yourself for God. You know what I'm saying? Because there's there's a lot of selfishness. God is not selfish, so you have to really think about these things, you know? So, anyway, our mental health is affected by anything that gives us a trauma or stress. So, the way we handle these things is important, because it reflects our status or our level of mental health. Our level could vary in between great and bad, or really bad. So we have to take into account what has happened to us and think about these things and pray for a way to overcome and to heal from the trauma or the stress. A lot of us are not healed from what happened a couple of years ago, with everyone being locked down and couldn't go this place and that place and having to wear masks. And I mean, those are unnatural circumstances. And we need to think about how it affected us, how it affected us. And then there's things in the news that affect our subconscious mind, that moves from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. So the more you keep hearing bad things, the more you start projecting energy that's going to attract bad things to you. And you're putting that energy back out there. So the whole idea is to put good and great energy out there through talking about these things and coming up with solutions and being honest with ourselves and with others. So Tell the Truth Vision is a safe place where you can voice your opinion and your thoughts and your feelings and your experiences. So you're welcome to inbox me on my social media platform, and we could arrange for a Zoom meeting, or you can go to F period M period S period ttt.v at gmail.com, which is our email for future management services. And also you can email us for any type of material that you may see on the commercials that I do. And as far as our clothing line as well. So that's a way to contact us. And we have www.futuremanagementservicesllc.com. That's another way to contact us as well and see some of the things we have showcased on there. There's a telephone number. So those are different ways. And anyone that wants to sponsor us or, donate or anything of that nature, we have $ Smoothie Supreme in our Cash App. So $ Smoothie Supreme. As far as what is really important to you, we really need to ask ourselves these things, because we may have an idea, we may think, and later on that may not be the thing, and we redirect and go another way. We have to think of what's really important to us. What is your core, your foundation? Question yourself sometimes about your behavior, your actions, or what you're going for, what you're focusing on. See, what you're focusing on the most is what's probably important to you. If you're focusing on getting money and not focusing on a relationship with God, then that's like not a good thing. So if you're focusing on women or men or whatever you're focusing on more than yourself and your relationship with God, then that's a bad thing. So you have to make sure you put God and yourself first, and everything comes after that. Everything comes after that relationship that you develop. So it's important to develop a relationship with your higher being, or some people have different ways of saying it, but I say the Most High, or Yeshua. Yeshua is AKA Jesus, so that's his Hebrew name because he was Hebrew, and then the Gentiles got a hold of the information, and he got twisted around in names and stuff, but he still answers us when we say Jesus, but that's not the vibration of his name. His name is Yeshua. So anyway, how can we help build a great future? Well, we have to, first of all, work on ourselves and our family. That's my opinion. And make sure you comment and give your opinion and your thoughts on this. If you agree or not agree, I'm fine with it. I'll listen to you because we're here to learn from each other. But the foundation to me would be a foundation with yourself and God, and then your family, and then your workplace. In that order, I think that's important. I think that's important. And everything streams from there. So once you and God are centered, and then everything works around that, like the sun, the universe. The center of the universe is the sun. Everything moves around it, or the planets. I use the terminology to control your surroundings or your cipher, and your cipher is your universe. It's who you have in your company. So that's my philosophy on that. So I try to keep my universe tight. So, and everything in its right orbit. So when things are arrayed, they clash. And I like to have peace and tranquility. That's important to me. Peace, tranquility, and and love. You know, I'll have a heart that I want to help people through my company. I want to help them elevate their mind, their finances, so forth. I want to showcase them. I want to get them noticed. I want to make future stars. So I want to help the public, and that's what Future Management Services is all about. So when you see our logo has a crown and a shield, and has F.M.S in the middle of it. You've probably seen the logo before, but we represent excellence. So Future Management Services is dedicated to helping the public, helping build our nation, helping build things to a point where we can have unity and oneness, cohesiveness. And my other video that I had before was one of the first videos was talking about our community and how things used to be and how things have escalated to where it's at. And the only people that we can blame is ourselves, because back then everybody was involved and everybody knew everybody and everybody was concerned with helping one another. So if we get back to that, where we have some type of unity amongst our neighborhood, then as each neighborhood is doing that, then we can grow. All of us can grow and we can have a better environment. So I want to thank you for tuning into F.M.S Future Management Services. And please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and repost. And check out some of our merchandise and patronize us. We have to help each other. We have to support one another. And if you have anything, you could send me an email or uh, inbox me on the social media and let me know about it, and I can see it, and I'll be glad to patronize you as well. So one hand washes the other. So I appreciate you and thank you very much, and have a wonderful night. Good night.
These are the F.M.S shirts, Fisher Management Services with our logo. That's our mascots. These shirts normally would go for $40, but I'm selling them for $30. Quality material, and they don't shrink and fade and nothing like that, because the printing is excellent printing, and the quality of the shirt is fine threaded. Very, a lot of threading. I forgot exactly what they call it, but these are the shirts that we have, and then plus we have some things on the Shopify too. So give me an email and let me know.
The day that you wake up and see it ain't A, then you take it to B. You gonna have to face it, do the math is basic when your path is equating to free. As it would be, master decree, K made son, last of the G-O-D. I'm the last of the creed, assassins craft, that's true indeed, yeah.